Well, this was a really good episode. I cannot lie. This was a pretty fucking sweet episode. Wow. Because the thing is, the big thing with this episode is is as follows. It's just Capaldi. You just follow Capaldi through the entire episode. There is no companion. There is no other supporting characters. Just them. It's just them. It is just Capaldi. It is just Capaldi's doctor and the creature following him. That's it. You get flashbacks of Clara, but that doesn't really count. But yeah, Capaldi shows in this episode that he can carry an entire episode by himself, which is amazing. Now, admittedly, I kind of figured out early on what this episode was about. So, yeah. But that doesn't take away from how good it was. There was one thing at the end that did kind of bother me, and I'll get to that when I get to that. But yeah, there's not really much I can say about this episode other than, man, Moffat, where were you hiding all this? Where are you hiding all this? I guess maybe because Moffat didn't really have to focus on much other than, hey, I just have to write one character. That's all I have to do. Yeah, that's literally all he has to do is just write one character. That is it. And he sells it, and Capaldi sells what he's writing. I mean, again, you really do figure out what exactly is going on really goddamn quick. But for what we have here, it is really good. You do have some really good moments in here. You really do have some really just spectacular moments with just Capaldi where he's just breaking down every second. He is just emotionally drained. He is just like, I'm done. Why can't I just lose every second? And I do love the moments where he's in the TARDIS in his head. Just basically like, yeah, this is how you need to keep calm and focus on staying alive. And this episode really does feel like Edge of Tomorrow, but on a more psychological level. Well, I shouldn't say psychological, because Edge of Tomorrow really did tackle the psychological effect of live, die, and repeat. This one was just like the Doctor's got to keep himself focused for an X amount of years. Seriously. When you realize that the Doctor's died in a shit ton of time, 2 billion years, that's how long it took for him to punch his way out of the solid diamond glass wall. Or be stronger than diamond glass wall, excuse me. And how many times is that, I can't even do the math. 2 billion years plus Doctor times the number of Doctor, fuck ton. That's your answer right there. A fuck ton. That is your answer right there, ladies and gentlemen. A literal fuck ton. So, but again, Capaldi, oh my god, if you thought the Zygon inversion moment with his speech was amazing, just him alone and scared. A whole world designed to just torture him for all of eternity. That is something really interesting. But again, I can't be the only one who figured out real quick, something wrong here, and you kind of figure out real quick, yeah, he's died over an X amount of time after. And this was the problem I had with the second episode of the new season, was that it really kind of overplayed its hand. Like in that scene where the Doctor and Davros are talking, and you see, what's his name, Colony Salve in the wires, in his snake form, and you kind of figure out real quick, oh, that's what's going to happen. I kind of wished earlier, because they show clearly Capaldi's hand, reformatting whatever that was. And the journey from then on, you're like, oh, the Doctor's just been dying over and over again, hasn't he? But it did hit me. It did really hit me that he's been there when this started this episode for 7,000 years. Wow. That really did hit me, though. That was the moment where it made me go, oh, that's how long he's been here. Oh my god. And again, Capaldi really sells it because we just focus on him. No companion, no side story. It's just the Doctor trapped in his own hell. And we also get to find out what the confession dial is. It's his own hell. Okay, I can run with that. I also kind of figured out real quick about two other things, and I guess I'll go ahead and spoil them because, one, they've probably been spoiled online, and two, I kind of figured them out really early. So but if you don't want to be spoiled early, if you haven't seen the episodes yet, which I'm surprised if anyone hasn't at this point, just, you can leave right now because I'm going to spoil a major part right here. The Doctor has literally punched his way back to Gallifrey. Yeah, the Doctor's literally punched his way right back to Gallifrey, and I did, I kind of figured out, oh, he's back in Gallifrey, isn't he? But I couldn't help but be a little giddy when I saw the city. I couldn't help but be giddy about it. There's also, before I go into the other big spoiler, which kind of made me mad, let me talk about something else that made me go, oh, that makes sense. The Doctor actually has this, he's on top of a tower, and he's talking to himself about the Time Lords always knew about the Time War, because they just time traveled and saw it. I'm like, oh, that fucking makes sense. Because, literally, that never crossed my mind. Personally, that never crossed my mind once of well, if they're Time Lords, they could have time traveled and saw this coming and prepared. I didn't think about that. They're Time Lords. And you know what? This kind of makes Genesis of the Daleks a little more, intense because, the Time Lords told the Doctor, hey, go kill off the Daleks before they have a chance because they're really bad. And then you kind of think about it more. It's like, oh, maybe they saw the Time War coming and wanted to cut off the head of the snake before it, bit them. So that makes sense. I had, good on you, Moffat. I didn't think about... I don't think it, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who, didn't think about that, but I'm pretty sure some people out there did think that, oh, yeah, they're time travelers. They would probably time travel, find out about the Time War ahead of time, and set up from there to prepare for said Time War with the Daleks. That makes a ton of fucking sense. Why didn't I think about that ever? Oh my god. And then another moment that made me go, oh, that's what happened. Because the Doctor says, the Daleks would never allow a hybrid to be born. They would never allow that. Although, they did kind of allow Dalek Sec to become a human Dalek hybrid, so that happened. Although they kind of turned on him. So, yeah, I guess that quandary worked itself out. But then the Doctor says, I am the hybrid. And I said hybrid, I literally said hybrid of what? Oh, fuck no! No, don't you dare, Moffat. I think what they're referring to, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys, figured it out real quick, is that they're doing the whole Eighth Doctor thing of the Doctor is half human on his mother's side, which in some continuity, in most, in-continuity novels and whatnot, they said, oh, the TARDIS, he was still in his regeneration phase. He couldn't really, he couldn't really think straight. He wasn't really thinking straight in that regeneration phase. But now I guess it's officially in canon. I guess they're doing the whole human Time Lord hybrid thing. Oh boy. Now they haven't said out loud what he is half of, but I'm pretty goddamn sure that they're doing the whole human Time Lord thing from the Eighth Doctor movie. Not to say I don't hate Paul McGann, but that, Paul McGann's probably the best thing in that movie. The movie itself is shit, but Paul McGann's awesome. But yeah, I kind of literally said, oh, you're not, you are, oh god, no. But let me say this, there's a possibility they can make it work. And I'm really actually excited to see what happens because now we have Gallifrey back. Something we've been hinting at since, Series 7? Yeah. So, we're finally getting Gallifrey back, and maybe the Doctor will destroy it again. Or maybe he'll finally save it. Maybe we'll get the Time Lords to return. Who knows? Because they didn't reveal a preview for this. I think they revealed a preview online, but I'm not going to spoil myself. So, yeah. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what did you all think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? I personally liked it. I'm just kind of don't do what you're about to do here, Moffat. But yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed this episode very much, but I have a feeling it might fall apart in the next episode, as most recent Moffat stories tend to do. Anyway, so once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.